The next thing I want to do in Power BI, I want to add a filter, and the most useful filters I can think of would either be a filter by police force, a filter by local authority district, or a filter by what's called here, not the local authority ONS district, but the local authority highway. So these are the people that are responsible for road maintenance in that area. So I've closed Power BI and I've opened the two spreadsheets, but basically I want to take my local authority highway values. I want to copy these. I want to copy these, and I'm going to paste them into my master accident spreadsheet. And we've done this before. I'm going to paste these. I'm then going to designate them as a table, and it's going to accept those data for my table. I will give the table a name. I'm going to call it Highways Authorities, and we'll call these HA code and HA name. And then I will go into my data and we'll create another VLOOKUP. So we'll call the column HA name, and we'll create the VLOOKUP. So I want a VLOOKUP, and I want the value that's looked up to be local authority highway, and I can use the autocomplete. The array it's going to look the values up from is highways authorities, and I want that to be the second column, which is their name. And if I return that, I gain now a whole column on my spreadsheet with these extra values, and I can save the spreadsheet and close it with the highways authorities named. I can close Excel, and I can close Excel, and I can go back and reload the Power BI file that I was working on before. And again, I'll close that splash screen, and I will reopen the demonstration that we were just working on. And the important thing is I've changed the data. There's been a change in the source data, so I need to refresh the data, and it's connecting to the data, it's loading the data in. If there was a number of tables, it would be refreshing all the connections between the tables, but we get our data refreshed and loaded. And when I look down now at the field names, I should have gained that's a relief, I have gained a column called HA name, and I'm going to drag that column HA name over to the filters for the page. And by default we've selected all local authorities, but I can now select, perhaps it gives us a count, number of rows, which is the number of collisions for each authority, but I can pick out individual authorities, and when I apply the filter I now get a plot that tells us the count of collisions that were reported in Cornwall in 2020. I could turn that off, or I could look at Coventry. So I've now added, I've now made a plot that's interactive. We can change this to look at the number of authorities. So in 2 steps, we've gone back to the data source and made some change. That can happen for all kinds of reasons. The data may be updated, and we've had to refresh the data in Power BI, and then with this specific extra piece of data, we're able to add a filter for local for highways authority by name.